What is up, YouTube? We have the 33rd ORAS Wi-Fi battle. Today we're up against George. He is an X and Y player, but it doesn't really matter since I'm not bringing any Hoenn exclusive Pokemon. He has one hell of a team. That Shuckle can set up hazards, and of course that Skarmory, so I really gotta watch out for that. But I do have my rapid spinning Claydol. And finally, I have equipped the Abomasnow on my Abomasnow. So you guys will get to see Mega Abomasnow. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right onto it. So George is going to lead off. Well, before I do that, I'm going to lead off with my Magnezone just in case he leads off with the Shuckle. So I can just go for a Volt Switch, and I'm just praying that he does not switch into the Manectric. Luckily he doesn't switch into Manectric, that's really good. So I get out of here, get a nice fat critical, and I just go into Feraligatr. It's a great lead, you know, if he wants to go for a Toxic, my Feraligatr does carry the Lumberry. As I expected, he does go for these Sticky Webs. I mean, all Shuckles have Sticky Webs. So I decided to go for a Dragon Dance. Nothing this Shuckle can really do, honestly. If he wants to go for Toxic, that's fine by me. If he wants to go for Rocks, that's also fine. But turns out he has Infestation. That's a little bit scary, honestly. You know, something can obviously eat up Feraligatr's attacks really well, like the motherfucking, whatchamacallit, the Skarmory. So I kind of just had to go for another Dragon Dance, expecting that he was going to switch out, but turns out he's going to stay in and go for the Encore. That's really awesome play on my opponent's part because, well, I am now stuck. I am now trapped on this field, and I am also trapped onto Dragon Dancing, so there's nothing I can do. Nothing. So he's not going to go into Skarmory. Turns out he's going to go into the Haxorus, and it's really scary here. I have nothing to do. I do have the Ice Punch, but honestly, I can't do anything. This Haxorus, the only attack that can one-shot me is, of course, an Outrage. Or unless he's Choice Banded. But, yeah. None of my Pokemon in my team wants to take an Outrage. Except for my Magnezone, but my Magnezone is also weak to Earthquake, which usually a Haxorus does know. So I kind of have no choice but to kind of just stay in. But he's not going for Outrage, he's going to go for D-Dance, and now that's kind of fucking scary. I mean, I'm really scared too. I'm like at +5 attack and speed. But that doesn't really matter. He's gonna go for his +1 Dragon Claw and finish me off while I'm still stuck into Encore, so unfortunately Feraligatr has died a little bit too soon. Has lost to that battle of mind games, but that's all good. I'm gonna go to Abomasnow now. I could actually take 1 +1 Dragon Claw coming from Haxorus because I do have, you know, I am pretty defensive. Unless he has Stone Edge. That'll really fuck me up, but, you know, not all Haxorus has Stone Edge, so I'm just gonna go for my Mega Evolution, that's right. My shiny Mega Abomasnow, really awesome, really sweet, but turns out he doesn't even need to use Stone Edge, he just has Poison Jab, and I totally forgot that Haxorus these days, some, well, not all of them, but some carry Poison Jab to fend off like Fairy types. So, this Haxorus is, you know, just killed 2 of my Pokemon. I'm kind of really fearing that sweep, so I have to go to Conkeldurr now. Conkeldurr has like a 60% chance to live a +1 Dragon Claw, and I'm just praying, oh please let me live. And luckily I did live. Now I could have went for the Drain Punch and grab as much HP, but Drain Punch won't kill, so I just had no choice but to go for the Ice Punch, so. Luckily, I lived that +1 Dragon Claw, and I finished it off. While Hail still kills me, so. Here comes the Manectric now. I know it outspeeds me, my only option is to switch out or go for a Mach Punch, but I kinda want to preserve my Conkeldurr just because it has Mach Punch. So I'm gonna go into Oracle now. It's great because if he does go for the Volt Switch, well, it doesn't really quite work. And if he does have HP Ice, Claydol will still take it pretty well because it's Claydol. But turns out he is not doing either of those moves and he's gonna go for Protect. Which is fine, you know, lots of Mega Manectrics do carry Protect, so he can't switch out. And so he has to either go for an attack, like HP, you know, Ice or something. And I could do several things, you know, I could spin away those webs that my opponent sent out, or I can set up Stealth Rocks. Or I can go for an, you know, ground attack. My opponent assumed that I was going to go for a ground attack, but no. The only reason Claydol exists, I mean in the world of Pokemon, is just to set up rock and to rapid spin. That's like the only thing. Yes, I do have Earthquake, but you know, I got way better things to do. So I'm pretty sure this Skarmory is going to set up Stealth Rocks now, or Spikes. And you know, he does go for these Spikes, that's great. So I can actually spin everything all together. So I went for the Ice Beam anyways. I'm just gonna keep baiting him to go for 3 layers of spikes, and then I'm just gonna rapid spin all of them away. But fortunately for me, I do get that freeze hacks. That's pretty sweet. I don't really count on freeze hacks, but when it comes, I'll gladly take it. So I have to apologize to my opponent. I'm so sorry. He's actually adamant about staying in. So I'm just gonna go for a rapid spin, and you know, that's great. You know, no more webs and no more spikes. While this Skarmory is still open and frozen on the field. My opponent really should just switch out, honestly, and just scare me with like a Chandelure or something. But I'm gonna switch out because Ice Beam's not gonna do too much, so I'm gonna go into my own Chandelure. And obviously I can just kill it with one Fire Blast, but then I was really fearing the Chandelure was coming. In a way, I was kind of, you know, hoping that my opponent does go to his own Chandelure, so instead of using Fire Blast, I just went for a Shadow Ball. But he stayed in regardless, and he still remains frozen. I'm like, alright, fine, whatever. If I can't kill his Chandelure, I can at least kill his useless Skarmory. And that's exactly what I do. So, luckily, this Skarmory didn't really do too much. It was not as problematic as his Haxorus. So it's a, you know, slowly but surely, you know, gaining back my momentum. Now here comes the Azumarill. I'm really fearing a Belly Drum. I've just fought way too many Belly Drum Azumarills, so that's why I decided to stay in, and honestly just went for the Shadow Ball. But turns out he just went for the Aqua Jet, so he's probably Choice Banded, but you know, I could take one Choice Banded Aqua Jet, and he knows that too. And you know, he doesn't have any ground types, so I'm free to go for the full switch. But he gonna send out the Shuckle. It's, you know, pretty much to just sack it off. So that gives him the switch priority, actually. Because I kill this the Shuckle, and this Magnezone is sent back to my team, and now to bring out something. I'm gonna send out the Claydol, and my opponent can now bring out whatever he wishes. So he gets the switch priority. Obviously, here comes the Azumarill, and I don't want to get Aqua Jetted again. Like, I learned my motherfucking mistake. And I'm still not sure if he's Choice Banded. I'm really not sure, so have to no choice but go for the Magnezone and hope that he goes for the Aqua Jet, but he predicts that so well and goes for that superpower and completely demolishes, decimate, utterly destroy my poor Magnezone. My Magnezone died way too early, so I'm gonna go back into Claydol now because I only have Claydol and my Conkeldurr, so it's really sad. His Azumarill, man, his Azumarill finished off my Magnezone and my Chandelure with, like, you know, easily 2 hits. I went for the Earthquake because that's the best bet on that Azumarill, but he actually switched out. That's really great. So I, you know, an eye for an eye, I guess. He one-shots me, I one-shot him back, but that does not mean things are looking good, because this Azumarill is going to come back out, and he will just finish him off with whatever water attack he wants. In this case, an Aqua Jet will be enough. Not quite, actually. Not quite. Do have, you know, some remaining life, and I just went for the Earthquake. You know, I could have went for the Ice Beam and fish for Freeze, since Earthquake won't kill, but that's just not how I play. That's just one Freeze is already enough. I don't even want to fish for another one. So down goes my second to last Pokemon. Keep in mind my opponent also has 2 Pokemon left, the Azumarill and the Manectric, but that does not matter because he outspeeds my Mach Punch, and he shall finish me off. So there you have it. It's a 2-0, but hey, that was a really amazing battle. So gotta thank my opponent Jorge for issuing this challenge. If you guys like this awesome battle, please leave that like and make sure to subscribe. If you guys haven't even ever created a YouTube account, well, now's your chance. It only literally takes 20 seconds to create that account, to follow me, to stay, you know, in contact. So thanks again. Have a great day.